Andy No has contacted the sheriff out by us, and they confirmed reports of the shooting. However, they also said that they couldn't substantiate the shooting took place as there's a lack of evidence. The Berkeley County Sheriff's Office sent a press release saying the incident was reported to them by pool security. They responded to the property. Security reported hearing loud bangs when a dark gray sedan drove by multiple times. So more to the story as all of this begins to trickle out. But throughout the day, there had been a vehicle circling the property and lurking about. I had briefly mentioned this when I told the story the first time, that I had gotten told when I was leaving, when I was hanging out with B-Man Brandon. The security said there was a vehicle lurking and that a shot was fired of some sort. Upon reviewing the footage, so the police were called immediately. They responded. They patrolled around the property, didn't find much. A report was filed, and that was about it. Shortly after this, or I should say first thing in the morning then, I and my team reviewed security footage that we have on the property. And sure enough, indeed, there's a vehicle. It lines up with one of the buildings, fires a shot, just like reported by security, passes over the driveway, fires two more shots, in line with our studio. And, that was unfortunately at that time, Chicken City only archives about 12 hours. So anybody who was archiving Chicken City would have been able to have captured any of this. Other than that, we only actually have our surveillance video. So here's where we're at. The police have confirmed the report was made and by our security team, and that they responded to this vehicle and all of these things. They go on to say in the press release that an individual representing himself to be security advised the owner of the residence did not wish to provide the requested video recording. At the submission of this press release, the requested video footage has not been provided. The reports of shots being fired at his residence cannot be substantiated at this time. And they go on to say, to answer the numerous press inquiries concerning this matter, if our investigators are provided with evidence that a crime was committed, appropriate investigative follow-up will be conducted. Our office has no further comment at this time. So here's what happened, and I have absolutely no problem showing this and discussing it because there will come a time relatively soon we're going to publish all the footage. So just letting all these people dig the holes even deeper and continue pushing lies. And the reason why is our security team advised us that publishing the footage would compromise, first and obviously, the location of the footage itself, potentially security personnel, the equipment being used as other equipment on the property. It would expose entry and points of egress for the various properties. It is the stupidest thing in the world to publish any of this footage. I was briefly asked, I think a day or two ago, so I mean, it's Wednesday, we're talking days after the incident, that the police had apparently reached out. I don't know what happened. I don't want to malign any of the officers involved because I respected they came out and they took the report and all that stuff. However, I was told, we were advised by security not to release the footage as it would likely be leaked, compromising our security. Not that we believe necessarily the police would do it, but that in transit at some point, we who do we trust? So until we leave and know that we are secure and not going to be here, we are not going to be releasing the footage. However, I did contact Andy No directly, and I showed him the footage. So he's the only person that I have digitally shown the footage to, though admittedly I didn't send him the files. I did it over FaceTime. This is because, again, if this video gets leaked and it shows the layout of our property, then the show's shut down. No one's coming back. We're locking it down, and we're out.